Okay, welcome everybody to the newest episode of the Juicebox Squadcast. I am your host, Aaron. I am joined today by three of my good friends here, Adam, Carter, and Jacob. Say hello, guys.
Hey, man.
Hey, I'm Jacob.
Hi.
Alright, so...
Right. Hey, shut the hell up. Poem of the day. This one comes to you from Fountains of Wayne.
Alright.
Stacy's mom has got it going on.
My fucking god.
Stacy's mom has got it going on. Stacy's mom has got it going on. Stacy's mom has got it going on. Stacy, can I come over after school? We can hang around by the pool. Did your mom get back from a business trip? Is she there, or is she trying to give me the slip? This one hits you.
This one hits, you know?
You know, I'm not the little boy that I used to be. I'm all grown up. Baby, can't you see? Stacy's mom has got it going on. She's all I want. And I've waited for so long. Stacy, can't you see? You're just not the girl for me. I know it might be wrong, but I'm in love with Stacy's mom. Thank you.
Beautiful. Oh
Hey,
my goodness.
I'd like to break that down line by line.
Okay, so obviously,
Poem analysis.
this man's hurting, you know?
I feel it. I feel that. I think he has some kind of mental disorder, though.
Oh my god! Wow.
Dude,
Okay.
honestly, I'm a big fan of moms, you know? If he has a mental disorder, I might be retarded, you know? I don't know.
What?
I might be mentally handicapped at that point, because I have a real thing for moms. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Their caring nature is very attractive. Among other things.
God,
It has to be a certain type of mom, though.
What's your certain type of mom? Don't say it.
All of them.
Okay. I thought he was gonna lean in and just be like, "You see, Aaron, yours."
I don't know, man. Sammy kind of bad, though. She got to get playing with me.
Bro, Denise? Oh.
I hate that our moms have very mom names. Oh. Well, alright. So what is going
how
on?
Society's just open to people talking about how they like moms now.
Yeah.
Love is love, you know?
Do you think people were uncomfortable with that song a long time ago? I'm in love with Stacy's mom, and they're like, "Oh, that's kind of funny and kind of weird." But now we're like,
could you imagine being the Stacy that actually has a hot mom?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
Or
what?
So songs back then had music videos. So I've never watched the music video, but I imagine it probably shows Stacy's mom, and she's probably pretty attractive.
It does.
Dude, she's incredibly hot.
Okay.
Stacy's mom.
She had me down bad for a good 3 weeks.
Now hear me out. Got it going on.
All right, guys. Should I watch The Shawshank Redemption, Django, or yeah, just those two?
Okay.
Those are both really good movies. That's actually a hard choice.
Yeah,
I would go Shawshank.
I would go with The Green Mile.
The Green Mile. That was gonna be my third one, but I decided no.
Dude, okay.
Are you trying to cry?
The Green Mile, man. I don't know. That hits differently. Very
That
differently.
movie's so sad.
I like watch like, because you know sometimes I'll get into like rabbit holes on YouTube and I'll be listening to like something that's like, what makes a story good? And it's like this in-depth analysis of like one scene from a movie that's like really good, and like one of those was like, why was the Green Mile so sad? And I was sitting there like, I know. Like, it's talking about like how it's like it builds up this character to be so innocent and loving, and you know it's like how it's an angel, blah blah blah, and then it's like, but it's the pure sense of like, what is it called, injustice of him having to die even though he wasn't guilty or whatever. And I was just like, I know these things, man. You don't have to tell me. No, but I did love that Green Mile movie though.
That movie is incredibly sad.
That's by Stephen King, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think about Stephen King? Big Stephen King fans?
Dude.
He's down bad.
What? Stephen King is down bad.
He's not down bad.
No.
I'm down bad for Stephen King.
Whoa.
Bro, I like, if I'm in like the mood, I'll get on like a stint where I'll just like read all of his, like a bunch of his stuff. Like I think our beginning of our senior year, I read The Mist by Stephen King. Just like, it was like a little shorter book. It wasn't anything too long. Thing was screwed. It was so brutal and stuff like that, but I was like, that was kind of awesome though. It's a good story. Made me care about it.
I was gonna read it, but then I realized that I didn't really care to read it.
I've read like the first 2 chapters or so, and I'm still reading it. It's huge though. Like, it's a big, kind of girthy, kind of a girthy book. So, it's kind of like it's not as bad as Moby Dick in terms of language, because like it's a big book, but it reads fast. You know what I mean? Whereas Moby Dick is a big book and it does not read fast at all.
Yeah, I read part of Moby Dick. That book sucks.
I'm gonna be honest. That is probably the worst book. One of the worst books I've ever. Actually, no, I take that back. I know what the worst book I've ever read was. But like for school, that was the most painful book I've ever read. Cause like.
Yeah, I really did not enjoy that book.
Why did you read Moby Dick?
It was for
the
yeah.
class?
It was for.
Yeah, I remember because I started reading that one, and then I was like, I really hate this book. So I like turned around and read The Crucible, which was also not that enjoyable, but way better than Moby Dick.
Okay, actually, straight up, the first semester, I read The Crucible because I was like, okay, that kind of sounds cool. And then second semester, I'm like, all right, let me read the Moby Dick. I've heard, like, because like everybody talks about it. It's like, it's a classic American novel. It's so good. I don't know who built that social construct that it's a good book, but it's, by modern standards, just
terrible.
Horrible.
So boring. Like
no, it.
Who the hell cares about a freaking whale getting like hunted? Isn't that illegal now?
Well, yeah, it is. Okay, so like okay, let me rephrase that. So the story of Moby Dick is cool, like a dude hunting it until he's mad, and then he actually finds it, but then he can't kill it, right? Like, it's a cool story, but it's so poorly executed. Like, for example, the author. Now this has become Juicebox Book Club. The author spends so much time. I think it's Herman Melville. Is that who it is? I don't know. But
Sounds like
I don't know.
He spends so much time focusing on every tiny little detail in the scene. Like, he's like, the air was so cold and crisp, it made your lungs slightly burn every time you inhaled, and blah blah blah. And it's like, except it's in Old English, right? So it's like fucking 4 paragraphs to describe the wind and how it's like slightly above room temperature, right? and then by that point, and I'm like, what am I doing here? Like, I thought we were talking about a whale.
That's what Spark Notes is for, man.
Yeah, oh, I know. Like, that is a book you need to Spark Notes. Because, like, I suffered through it. Like, I set aside, like, 3 hours every night just to read through it and, like, make sure I comprehended everything. And then in a Scholars Bowl meet, like maybe like a week after I read it, there was a question about Moby Dick, and I got it wrong because I literally didn't understand what happened in the book. Because they're like, all right, so what happens to this character after this scene? And I'm like, oh yeah, he like, I don't know, I said something, and then they're like, no, it's wrong. And then my coach, so Ms. Schmidt, she's like, didn't you read that book? I'm like, yes, I did, but God, gotta help me out.
Funny.
No, I did not enjoy Moby Dick. Like if I could get those like that 2 months back of time, I would. Cause like, isn't there a movie too?
I think so.
And
There's like 4 of them.
I'm not usually like a movie is better than the book kind of guy, but good lord, you will save yourself so much happiness and time just to watch the movie instead of read the book. I don't know. Like I've never okay, but the worst book I've ever read. I give like Moby Dick like maybe like a 3 out of 10. Not my favorite. But a 0 out of 10, right, is called Aleutian Sparrow. It's this little book that my mom told me that was like really interesting, right? Now the plot was about like I think it was like some Eskimo people they got or they recruited for like World War II maybe, or something like that, because they thought like some people would try to invade through that way, like coming in through, I guess, the up north area. And so there was something about foxholes. They talked about making those and sitting inside them and stuff like that. I think that was the worst book ever. You couldn't like understand what was going on. I can't even remember what the characters' names were. Like, that was bad. That, I think, in my opinion, that's the worst book I've ever read.
Wait, what was it called?
Aleutian Sparrow. Like, what is Aleutian? It's something about Alaska. Like an Alaskan soldier or something like that. No, it would be cool if it was like a one lone soldier, but it was like a battalion, and they just sat in foxholes. Didn't really do much. Like, was there a combat scene? I don't know. Because if it was, then it wasn't as important as it should have been. And it was like 100 pages or something. It was not long.
The worst book that I ever read, and I didn't even read all of it because I literally had no clue what was going on, was we read it our freshman year in Honors English. It was called Great Expectations.
Oh, yeah.
I actually had no clue what was going on. And I told, like, Miss Cooper that. I was like, I genuinely have no clue what they're talking about. Like, I was a freshman in I just remember there was, like, a benefactor.
Yeah, literally, I think...
he got sent somewhere. And, like, there was no point to that. Like, even the movie. It felt like there was no point to that book. At all.
Yeah. Okay, no.
Like, absolutely nothing happened in that book. But they wrote a book about it. It made no sense. Like,
now that you say that...
he goes to school and, like, nothing happens. Like, I don't understand. Literally, some dude gives this guy money to go to school, and that's the book.
Okay, you know what would have been cool? Like, if it would have looped around and, like, after he became something amazing, like, showed those benefactors or whatever, like, what he had become, and then, like, maybe if he had a kid, then he would have great expectations for him, or something like that. But I know exactly what you mean. Like, we were just kind of reading, because, like, when we read, for example, the Odyssey, right, we know it's going to be, like, a grand thing. We know that he's just trying to get home, right? We know, like...
Yeah, no, I love the Odyssey.
Yeah, but, like, literally Great Expectations, like, if... I think, what was the character's name? Pip, or something like that? If...
I have no clue.
I think if that kid... I understand...
I just couldn't do it.
I
literally couldn't do it.
No, I get it. I understand that, like, he had to, like, he had to go to that old lady's house, which, apparently, what I do remember from that was, like, the lady's house was, like, horrible. it was like horribly grotesque and everything. Like there was spiders and because like her marriage just like stopped at that day or like that time, and so all the clocks stopped as well. Like some
I like to this day don't understand why we read that book.
no.
It felt like such a waste of time.
Everybody was so disconnected. It was like, okay, so like you've got this kid, right? But he has like no reason to care about like the people who are like paying for his stuff. He was just like, okay, they're paying for it for some reason, right? Like, okay. Yeah. Wasn't he just some random kid too? It wasn't like he wasn't related to them or anything.
Like anything. He wasn't like something special or anything, I don't think.
No.
But I mean, I could be wrong.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I just like I had no attachment to that book at all. Like
no.
I had no clue what was going on. I took the test like based because I think it was an open note test.
Yeah.
So I would just take hella good notes, and that's how I passed like that part of that class. But I have no clue what that book was about.
No. And I like
so weird.
I like genuinely read through it. Like I was. Yeah. No, that was not like, but like Animal Farm when we read that.
That one made sense.
Yeah, that was cool. That was cool. Oh my god, you brought back memories with the Great Expectations. Literally, no, I don't remember anything. I just remembered it was a bad book.
Yeah, dude, it was a terrible book.
It was so weird, man. That was weird. And we were all forced to read it. No, the cool ones, like the cool projects we did for that was like the banned books or whatever. I thought that was pretty cool. Where we had to read books that were like banned for some reason. What did you read for that?
Yeah. For band?
Banned books, yeah.
Oh, banned books.
Yeah, no. Not like
book for band.
No. You're just like, Aaron? Tweaking?
Yeah. No, the band book? I honestly Oh yeah, that was sophomore year.
Uh-huh.
I read Persepolis. Because I gave
What?
that speech where everyone was dying laughing. And I got in trouble for it because, like, nobody took my speech seriously. I literally told one joke the entire speech and everyone was dying. Miss Hoskins was dying laughing. Like, I had
What was the joke? I don't even remember what the book was about.
I don't know. I said, it was about this girl who was born in, I think Iran or some shit. And, like, she came, but no, like, so, like, Sharia law started happening, and so they had to wear, like, face coverings and shit, and it was just about how, like, everything went to shit, and it became, like, a war zone and all kinds of stuff. I don't even know if it was in Iran. It might have been in a different country. But, like, it just all went to shit, and I said something like, radicals like started taking over because that's what they do or something like that, and I just
I remember something like that.
I think it was just the way I was like casual about it. Everybody was just laughing, but I literally was not trying to be funny. And she gave me like a B on the assignment or like the presentation when I was like, it was a good presentation. I just like, she was laughing at it, so she didn't take it seriously. I remember being so pissed off about that.
Jesus. Yeah. No, that was bad. I read Ender's Game, and I'm not going to lie, that's
a good book.
Yeah, that book is really good. And, like, it really hits ya. Spoiler alert, if anybody hasn't read that book yet. Actually, I won't spoil it. But there's a part where you just read, you're reading it, and then it hits ya. Like, it's honestly the whole reason it was banned. It hits you, and you're like, oh. Like,
dude, when he kills that fool in the shower.
Well, but it's like the whole.
I mean, he doesn't actually kill him, but he like pretty much makes him brain dead. But
yeah, but it's the genocide thing.
I like how they did the movie for it.
Yeah,
like it wasn't like great by any means, because no old movie that they make into no old book that they make into a movie is like great,
except for Moby Dick.
It really adapted it well, but. Yeah, no, that book is wild.
Yeah. No, I thought that was pretty good. Did you Carter, Jacob, did you have to read a banned book?
No.
Technically, the only banned book I've read is the Bible.
All right, fair enough. All right, so Carter and Jacob, what's the worst books you've ever read?
You know, I've been trying to think of that the whole time you guys have been chatting, but I did think of the best book I've ever read,
All
which I kind of had to narrow it down, but I think it's Of Mice and Men.
Ah, I've heard that's good.
Very short, really strong. I like it.
Not bad. What about you, Carter?
Hold on. I think the best book I ever read was The Magic Treehouse: Dinosaurs Before Dark. That shit hit different.
The Magic Treehouse. Oh my god.
Dude, the Magic Treehouse goes hard.
That shit. How many books are there? There's like
A lot.
so many.
I used to check those out at the fucking public library.
Bro, that was the
Dude.
equivalent of like a Netflix. Like, you know, what movie or what show is like really big right now? Like,
Like Stranger Things.
yeah,
Euphoria.
Stranger Things or something like that, or Euphoria. Yeah, that was our Euphoria.
I love that show, dude.
Dude,
fucking love Euphoria.
dude, I have not watched. I watched the first episode of season 2. That's it. I watched season 1.
I
first
love
episode of season
Euphoria.
2. I'm not watching it again, dude. It's just
Why?
it makes me so stressed out, and I don't like it.
Dude, it's
I've
crazy.
I've realized I'm just better off without that show. I just
No,
don't want to
like
watch it.
once I watched it, I just felt like captivated. Like I had to
Yeah.
finish it. Dude,
I
first
fucking-
episode.
I
First,
could not.
actually, I don't want to spoil it, but first episode, like it's just instant action, absolutely crazy. Like
Dude,
yeah, it's so fun.
You saw that meme I sent to the group chat about Euphoria?
Yeah,
Oh god.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, no, okay. Real quick though, right before we leave the books topic behind, there was a book I read in like middle school. It's called like Dark Life or something like that. Like usually an edgy teen drama, except it was honestly just an awesome concept for a book. It was like basically the events of 2012 happened, right? Like everything's underwater because the world ended, but everybody's like started to live underwater and like grow crops and stuff underwater. And so like they wear like these special breathing masks with like this type of foam, and like it's dope as shit. It was like a lot of explanation about like how the foam felt when you breathed it in and stuff like that, and like blah blah blah. It was like really intense. Essentially it had like the intensity arc of like a Call of Duty campaign, because like there was like the end where they had to like kill this evil dude who was like trying to, I don't know, I think he was trying to like end a civilization or something like that, and they killed him, and it was like really intense. I was like, oh yeah, it's awesome. And then in the second book, there's like apparently they found people who like live on the surface, and like it's essentially like they're living on like a trash island, and they have like cage fights and stuff like that. It was kind of cool. Dark Life. Recommend that book. It's kind of like a middle school reading level, but do recommend it.
Dude, I read this book called like The Thing About Jellyfish once. That shit was so depressing.
What's it about?
Or it's so this girl has like this best friend that she beefs with, and then she goes on like a like vacation, and like there's like these tiny jellyfish that are like the most poisonous jellyfish in the world. It's actually real.
Like what?
Like
Portuguese
they can,
man
like,
wars or something?
Probably, but like they can like literally just like swim into you, or like you swallow them or something and they kill you. Like it happened. It doesn't happen like too often because they live kind of far offshore. But like
Jacob's like,
this girl dies like that, and like I don't know, man. That book just hit because it was just like super depressing. That and like there's this book called like All the Broken Pieces. I don't know if you guys read that one.
No, I haven't.
It's pretty good.
Word. Bro, bring back Scholastic book fairs, bro.
Dude, I've got so many books from that. I remember that.
Dude, I don't know where they
Yeah.
get that stuff, but like some of the stuff they sold there was cool.
I remember that, dude. They had like finger pointers.
Yeah, those finger pointers, and then they had like those really long bendy pencils.
The big pencils, bro.
Bro, I'd always go to like parent-teacher conferences because I'd always show up and I'd be like, bro, let's go shopping spree. Except I'd always just bring something to my mom, like, hey, can we buy this? And she's like, no, I'm here to talk to your teachers. And I'm like, no. Dude, I miss those Scholastic book fairs, bro.
Dude, those were so fun.
I know.
Yeah, I got the freaking full Lightning Thief series.
Right?
Percy Jackson from that.
I sold all those. I think I got like the Narnia set.
Oh, I got Narnia too. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Man.
And, Merlin. I got Merlin.
Oh, yeah. Did you ever read, like, Maximum Ride or whatever it's called? With, like, the genetically modified humans?
I don't think so.
That was a crazy series. I haven't read the whole thing. I got through, like, the second book. That's a problem with me. I notice. I'm really good at, like, starting things, like shows or whatever, and then not on purpose. Like, I don't stop watching it or stop reading it on purpose. It just kind of, like, stuff happens. Like, life picks up, and I put it down, and I don't pick it back up again. That's what happened with Maximum Ride. That also is what happened with Squid Game. Sorry, Squid Game. Watched the first 2 episodes. Thought it was like really good show, and I thought I would watch it all, and I didn't. I know. It's really
Ooh.
crazy.
I wasn't the biggest fan of Squid Game.
What?
What do you got?
I wasn't the biggest fan of Squid Game, honestly.
I got a really good topic that I want to go pretty deep into.
All right.
So, like, this upcoming Kenobi show, what do you want to see out of it, and what do you hope to get at?
I don't even know. I didn't even know there's a Kenobi show coming up. Let's see.
I don't know. They can't go like too far in because they've already covered.
So it's gonna be 10 years after Order 66. So
yeah,
Luke Skywalker is gonna be 10 years old.
Yeah, so I think they're gonna show like how Kenobi like subtly like keeps him safe
Mm-hmm.
and stuff, like with the Empire being on Tatooine, I think. But they also can't because he kills Darth Maul in Rebels, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
So unless they want to like recreate that scene and make it kind of redundant, they can't really like do it again.
I don't think they'll go that far into it.
Yeah, so
Unless
I would imagine they're gonna like recreate like him and Anakin are gonna fight again.
Yep.
At some point. At least I hope so.
I think Ahsoka is gonna be in it.
I hope so.
Yeah, I'm really excited for it.
I actually have a really kind of crazy fan theory that I'm hoping comes true.
Okay.
Okay.
So, you know, like the sequel movies, how they're like kind of heaping dog shit like on fire, like
What?
like all of them. I fucking
I
hate
would
them.
say I don't know, man. The sequels were probably like
Oh.
They're pretty fucking mid.
they were probably the worst movies I've ever seen in my entire fucking life.
Yeah,
I love how he started. He was gonna defend it, but he's like, "No, they were the worst."
Okay, the seventh one. It's gonna bring back Star Wars for a new generation. Let's just kill off the coolest character in Star Wars, Han Solo. Like, who knew? Like,
I want you to.
such a good idea. Like,
I want you to
then-
know
and then-
that, like, after. Sorry to interrupt, but as soon as I saw that, I was like, "Yeah, I actually have no reason to watch the other Star Wars." Like in my brain, that's what I said. I was like,
It's not even that. I'm totally cool with Han Solo dying. Like that was
I
kind of
was cool with that, but it was the way they did it. It was the way they did it.
"That is true too." Yeah.
And they didn't stick to any of George Lucas's like original vision for the movie because Disney thought they had to branch out and be Disney, like all retarded and shit. And then fucking they like, hey, let's just take the entire plot of the 4th movie, put it into the 7th movie, and call it the fucking 7th movie. Like, yeah, the fuck
That's
originality.
exactly it.
Like,
My whole thing that I hated about the entire trilogy was how they did Luke.
yeah, no,
So-
they made him look like a piece of shit.
So think about this. Luke, fucking, Master Jedi, saves his father, Darth Vader, from the freaking dark side after years and years of fucking violence and just doing all these terrible shit. Like, oh, there's still good in him. I know it.
Yeah.
And then freaking Ben Solo has a bad dream and he thinks like, oh, I have to fucking kill him. Like,
Yeah,
it's gonna happen. Like, what the hell, dude?
It makes no sense at all.
It's awful. Ugh.
No, the 8th movie, that's like what really sealed it for me. Like, after a while, I was like, I'm no longer a Star Wars fan for a little bit. Now, that didn't last long because I rewatched the original 6, or like the original 3 and then the prequels.
Yeah.
Because those are pretty fucking poggers, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
best shit ever.
I got the first 6 posters in my room.
Nice.
Oh,
Are they
framed,
framed?
so-
Framed?
Yeah,
Framed?
dude. Have you
Okay,
seen
okay,
them?
okay. No, I haven't. No.
There. All right, coming.
Oh, yeah.
On my way.
Oh, yeah. Let's see it. Let's see it.
All right, so the first one is the only one that doesn't really fit in the frame.
Huh.
But all the other ones look freaking crunchy. All right. No,
Oh.
not that.
Oh. Hold on. Okay, good. Oh. Okay.
All right, there we go. Oh, no,
Oh.
not that.
What is it?
There we go.
What is going on? Okay. Okay.
All right. So we got the first one.
Really like that
Pretty
one.
The second, dude.
Oh.
Fucking
With Jango
Beat.
Fett?
Jango
Nice.
Fett.
Padme, like,
Oh, sorry, what?
Padme, dude,
Oh, yeah.
in
dude.
that movie,
Oh, you ready for
Just-
something better, dude?
just spicy.
Oh.
Yeah, we got episode 3 all up in
That
here.
really was a good one.
Yeah.
Episode 3 is good.
Yeah.
All right, and then we got episode 4.
Dude, episode 4's poster is so lit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That just looks so cool.
It's like from when it came out, that's like it was perfect. Like
Yeah.
that is what I would imagine a movie called Star Wars would look like.
Yeah. We got episode 5.
The best fucking Star Wars movie ever.
Yeah, pretty freaking awesome. Pretty fun. And then this one's my favorite. Episode 6.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Dude,
We got a freaking Jawa up in there.
I
Dude,
do
that's
love
literally my ringtone.
Oh,
The
'cause I heard
Jawa
that.
mask.
Yeah, I heard that earlier, yeah.
Yeah.
Jacob, I'm not gonna lie, I love the room setup with the posters. Those are awesome.
Oh, yeah, dude.
That's pretty dope.
Oh, shit. Hold on, bro. Check this shit out.
Uh-oh, here we go. Here's more.
I
Oh, I
man.
love the helmet.
The Force be with you. I got another poster.
Which poster is
that.
that? Is that the solo one? Oh, what is that?
That's the original.
Yeah, that's
Ah.
the original one.
Okay.
Yep. Dark side, join it. You know how it be.
Right.
We got this canvas art above me.
Nice.
Yeah. And then periodic table.
Nice. It's really random, but yeah, alright. Bro, you know what we need to put on there?
Ah,
The flag.
The flag. Juicebox squad flag.
Dude, I need one of those, dude.
I was like sitting here, I was like, do it. Do I need to like? No, but
But yeah, no, back to the whole fan theory. So, this is like what I'm like polling for, like what I'm hoping Dave Filoni is doing. So, the new trilogy, fucking terrible, right?
Yeah.
yes.
8th movie, like literally the director of the 8th movie, if I could like torture a dude and get away with it, I would.
Jesus.
You know?
Wow.
Like, I literally hate that movie so much, and I hate that it has the word Star Wars on it.
Yeah.
Like, I detest that movie's even, like, thought. It just pisses me off so much. But what I'm hoping for, so that trilogy, right? You have like Rey. Palpatine has figured out a way to clone himself with force sensitivity, right?
Mm.
So he's making clones of his body, right? And they're force sensitive because he had multiple. Because Snoke was a clone of him, right?
Right.
Right.
And then he actually had like a clone that looked like him somehow or other. So what I think is happening, what I hope is happening, what I pray is happening. Mandalorian, right?
Right.
Yeah.
It all comes down to Ahsoka and Grogu, right? So in Rebels, you have the world between worlds, right? Have you guys seen Rebels?
Not a lot. I've seen a little bit of it, but
Okay, so in Rebels, there is there's this thing called like the world between worlds where it's like different timelines. And in an episode of the second season, I believe, Ezra and Ahsoka go and fight Darth Vader. You never see how that fight plays out at the end, but you see Darth Vader beat to shit, walking off, and then you see Ahsoka limping out of the Sith temple where they were
Yeah,
at.
they both escaped. Yeah.
Yeah. So, in the World Between Worlds episode, Ezra is in the World Between Worlds, sees Darth Vader about to slash Ahsoka down, and he pulls her out into the World Between Worlds. Darth Vader's like, what the fuck? And he leaves, and then Ezra lets her out. And that's how she lived. Right? So, what I'm thinking is going to happen is the sequel trilogy is a universe where Ahsoka died in that fight. Because if you think about it, if Ahsoka died and the Mandalorian is still a person, then the Mandalorian, when he's looking for a Jedi, probably would have eventually got captured because he never would have met Ahsoka to give him direction of Luke or the place where Grogu could pray to find Luke.
Gotcha.
You know?
Gotcha.
And then Grogu being captured would have given them the host, like why they were getting the blood in the first season of The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure is to figure out how to do the cloning of force sensitive beings, which Palpatine used in the sequels trilogy. So I'm hoping with Grogu being alive and Ahsoka being alive and Grogu like receiving some training from Luke, that it goes down that path where they don't figure out the cloning, and it goes like in Legends where Luke has his own family, Han has his own family, and they do it like right. Because in the Legends, like books and stuff, like Han Solo still has an evil son, but it's not like retarded, you know? Like,
Yeah.
right.
And Rey isn't even thought of because, like, if there's one thing I love about the sequel trilogy, it's that, and by love I mean like fucking hate, is that Rey is literally every character
I
from the
hate her.
original.
I don't like her.
Dude, I hate her so
I
much.
think if I were to see Daisy Ridley walking down the street, I just wouldn't say anything.
Wow. That's actually pretty funny. Oh.
No, like
You just
literally in the original trilogy, you have Luke, who is like the powerful Jedi, like the savior, right?
Yeah.
But in order for him to be that savior, you have Han, who's an expert pilot, a little bit of comedic relief, right? You have Chewie, who's a great in battle and good mechanic, also somewhat of a good pilot. You have Leia, who has all like the political ties, and then you have Han and Leia's little love thing that makes the story all tie together. In the new one, Rey's the pilot. Rey's the Jedi. Rey has every single Force ability. They literally gave her every single character trait that made the good one, like the good movies, good.
No, I know.
Because
But
the abilities are spread out. She can literally do everything. Why is there even a group of people around her if she can literally just save the whole fucking world by herself? What's
Yeah.
the point of that? Like, it just makes no sense to me at all.
She is woman. She is free.
I mean, no, it literally makes sense. Because it's like, and they had the ability to be like, okay, so Luke is essentially, in the beginning, Luke is out of the picture, right? Most Jedis are out of the picture, but you know who isn't? Like Chewbacca, Han Solo, you know?
Yeah.
So that they can, like, fill in for that and help her find Luke or whatever. But no, I know exactly what you mean. But instead they're, like, divorced? Han and Leia? Just not seeing each other anymore? Never really.
I don't know. There's so many things wrong with the sequels. Like, I could literally make like a 4-page paper on it. Like,
Yeah.
like, there's so many things wrong with those movies. And what really pissed me off was I saw in like an interview on YouTube, like probably a year or so, or whenever the 9th movie was coming out. They literally, this is how much Disney cares about Star Wars fans. They buy like the most successful movie like franchise like of all time basically. And they make this character Rey, and in the 9th movie, they didn't have any direction on what they were going to do with that character until like it came out. They had zero direction, they said in interviews.
So there were 2 different directors for the trilogy. So I don't remember their names, but the 8th movie was somebody else.
Yeah. The seventh and 9th were J.J. Abrams.
Abrams, yeah. So like I think Abrams did his best in the 9th movie to just
like recover it, yeah.
He drug it out of the swamp, but he's still in the swamp area. There's only
Yeah.
so much you can, take it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he drug that thing out of the deepest pit of Dagobah. But like it's still in Dagobah,
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
no, I just, no matter like how much I like watch like videos on people trying to defend those movies, I just can't get behind it. They're so bad, especially the 8th. Like the 7th, okay, you had to start somewhere, and by somewhere I mean copy and pasting fucking 4th.
Dude, Finn and Rose. Dude, I totally forgot about this. So Finn goes to like, ram his like little speeder thing in this like the battering ram cannon. Like that's what it was called. It's like they got the battering ram cannon. Anyway, he's just gonna run this rinky dink little thing straight into the center of it when like it's already like melting and falling apart. What does he think it's gonna do when he gets in there, bro? It's just gonna burn.
It's literally
up.
just
It's not gonna do
it's
anything.
gonna melt.
But anyway, other than that, what's her name? Fucking Rose comes out of nowhere, like comes up and saves him or whatever. Right.
And by saving him, like she literally hits him with another speeder.
Dude, like literally kills herself. I thought she literally died. But like that's the thing. They have like this huge symptomatic like, arc that like, oh, I think Finn's gonna die. And then, oh wait, no, Rose, oh shit, she's gonna die. Oh, they both live. It was just a weird 30 seconds of the movie.
Yeah, and then instead of like riding that arc where they actually gave Finn some like good building on, they just didn't even put him in the 9th movie at all.
Rose
was in the movie for like 9 minutes, I think. And Finn, they literally nerfed his character. Like he had so much potential after the 7th movie. Like there was some force sensitivity, like you could see, because he knew how to like maneuver a lightsaber a little bit,
Yeah,
but
there's
like
something else. I don't know. Didn't he have like a vision or something?
Yeah. And
I don't remember.
yeah, I don't know, but there was so much potential to him as a character, and then they just didn't do anything with it.
You know what
Yeah.
Just like it, I don't know. It's a shit movie.
I didn't love. Okay, I didn't love Finn's character. I think he could have been really awesome. I really do think he could have been sweet because, like, the
He
idea,
had so much potential.
the idea of a stormtrooper like coming to the realization that
Becoming a Jedi,
yeah, coming to the realization that what he's doing is terrible, and then, because, like, if you think about it, stormtroopers are just clones, right? They're literally just clones of other troopers. So it's like,
They're not clones.
oh, they're not. I'm sorry. Well,
Stormtroopers aren't clones.
I'm sorry. It's been a while since I watched Star Wars. But anyway,
Fucking idiot.
thanks. But no,
But you become a real fan.
dude, I'm telling you, I haven't been able to, like, I have Disney Plus, I have the ability, I have no time. But, no, regardless, ignore my previous statement. But, the idea that a stormtrooper can, like, obviously have that realization and then come to become a Jedi is awesome. But, like, I think the way they did it was not great in the beginning, in the 7th movie. Literally just a dude, like, wipes his hand on his helmet and then he's like, oh, I should leave. I should forget everything I've trained for and leave because this dude wiped some blood on my helmet. Like,
Yeah, like that's the worst thing they've seen.
yeah,
As a member
like,
of the
what
army.
if, well, what would happen if, like, he had, like, a best friend or something? Like, they were, like, friends and, like, they joined the Imperial Army together or something like that.
They could have like started the movie by like building up like an arc between those two, like just like a short
Yeah.
thing, like them being friends, like high-fiving and like let's go do some damage.
Yeah, and it's just like, this is no big deal.
They just throw them in.
No problem.
Yeah.
And then he sees the carnage or whatever, and then that inspires him to, like, leave. But no, it's just like, you know nothing about Finn at that point. You know nothing about him. And then he just, like, he's in the stormtrooper outfit. Like, how did he even get there if he was just gonna see one dude who's bleeding and then leave?
Yeah, that and like they basically they took the stormtrooper like uniforms and made them look like more anime, and that's how they updated the stormtroopers. Did you notice that?
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, though. I love the original stormtrooper outfits. Like, they're so, like, I gotta pull up a picture just to, like, review. Yeah, exactly. Like, those helmets, they're, like, perfect. Oh my goodness.
They're fucking dope. That's why I love the Mandalorian, dude. Cause like literally they're still in like where the Empire's like somewhat relevant still. So you get some of that old like kind of stuff that, and like you get to see more of the underground of Star Wars. Because there's so much you could do with it.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch The Bad Batch?
I did.
I did not yet.
Did you see the Imperial Commandos?
Yes.
Dude, did you see Scorch? They had
yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
I want more Republic Commando stories, dude.
Dude, if they made that a show, I would literally only watch that.
I'd come every episode. Yeah.
I really would. Because that video game is so fucking cool.
Dude, you played that?
I still play it to this day.
I still play it. I have it on my Xbox. Yeah.
Which one?
No, they re-released it on like Xbox, Switch, and everything. I have it on my Switch and my PS4.
Republic Commando.
Yeah, dude, it's so fun.
That's my freaking helmet, dude. RC-1138 boss, dude.
Yeah,
fucking love them.
No, I love
squad. I want that whole squad, and I have the books. Wow, I forgot what they're called. True Colors is one.
Yeah, I've read one of them, but I never had this set.
With Fi and Darman and the Padawan.
Yep.
Yeah, I read that one.
I can't remember what it's called though.
Dude, I have it in there. I don't know why I can't remember, but that was a good book. I like.
Oh yeah. No, like I read like those. I read all after like Thrawn was in the Rebels. I went and read all those. Like the Thrawn books, you should read. Those are really good. Like learning about where he came from, because he was like one of the few like non-human moths or
Oh,
admirals. He wasn't a moth, but no, he came from like the super outer rim, like way out, like from
okay.
just some random place. And they only like took him because he had such like a great strategic mind. Because like you see it in Rebels, like how
Who
like
was he?
smart he is. Say again.
What was his name?
Admiral Thrawn.
Oh, Thrawn. Okay, okay,
Yeah, the
yeah,
blue dude.
yeah, Thrawn. Okay. Um, yeah, I saw this guy reading that book or one of the books,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, dude, let me get that when you're done. It was at AIT, and
Mhm.
then he ended up taking forever to read it, and I just never got the chance. But
Yeah, no, those books are so good. There's like 2 or 3 of them, I think.
okay, I'll have to read those.
Yeah, no, they're really good. But no, I love like the direction they're going where they're not trying to build more like with the future stuff. They're more like building on to what like is already there. Like I like that direction they're taking. And they're revisiting a lot of like the stuff where you had to like kind of imagine what happened in Star Wars. With like Obi-Wan being on Tatooine forever and all
Yeah,
that kind of stuff. Like, yeah, I'm really looking forward to these next few years. I like what they're doing with like the Marvel stuff too. I like I like the kind of show format because
Yeah.
I feel like they build more stuff with it that
yeah,
way with like less of a budget
Yeah.
and it comes more frequently, so you're not like just sitting there with no movies
yeah.
or anything.
Obi-Wan will be 6 episodes, so
Yeah.
hopefully they'll be like an hour long each.
Oh yeah. No, I didn't like. That's one thing I didn't like about the Boba Fett was his like the first few were like only like 30 minutes.
Yeah, and
Like,
they didn't show much. Like you didn't
yeah,
like get much out of them.
like it'd be different if it was like the Bad Batch and they released they released 2 episodes of the Bad Batch the first week
Oh yeah.
that it came
So
out
like
because it came out on May 4th or whatever.
in the first episode was like an hour and a half.
Oh yeah,
I like
yeah.
that.
No, yeah, they were that show's good as fuck because the Jedi that runs off is Caleb Dune, who's
Yeah,
Kanan
from
Jarrus,
Rebels.
which is
Yeah,
really cool. I loved how they connected that. And
yeah,
it feels like because they're finally letting Dave Filoni and like Jon Favreau like run free with Star Wars and make it how the fans want it. Like it's just getting so much better.
yeah,
Because like when like people like the Kathleen Kennedy or whoever was in charge of the sequels, they don't actually like they're just trying to like fit the mold of what like a Disney movie is. They don't actually give a fuck what Star Wars fans think. Like it just annoys me, and it's just because they have the money to do it.
right.
Like
Yeah. I don't love big corporation the way they handle brands like that because obviously, Star Wars is huge. And so obviously people are going to create things, like their own things, whatever, fan stories, that sort of thing. It's one thing for like the group to just kind of ignore those things. So like if Disney would just like ignore those and just like let it do what it does, and that's fine. But the thing is, like things like Nintendo and Disney, they just like destroy them. Like essentially, for this metaphor, Disney is the empire, and we
yeah,
creating things, creating content, art, whatever. We are the rebels, and they're literally just destroying it. Because one example I have of this is, do you know what? I think is it Blackwing? Is that what it's called? It's like the zombie virus for the Star Wars universe. I've seen like TikToks and videos explaining it. Um, it's like really scary actually. It's like the whole I have no idea, but obviously I can look more into it and describe it better. But there was somebody making a game for the Blackwing virus, and like it was literally just like stormtroopers. Like he had a trailer and everything for it too. It was really awesome. And like he had clips of it on TikTok where like he would test out the movements, and so he'd open a door and like the stormtrooper would like turn around, and you get like the blasters, right, and stuff like that. because I think it's an Imperial ship that's like coming by a Star Destroyer. But the Star Destroyer is like gone completely offline. They're like contacting it, and then they're like, "All right, your ship is subject to be salvaged, right? But it's zombies and stuff like that. It's crazy." But Disney contacted him and was basically like, "Nah, fam, don't be making this. Like, we'll take it down." And blah blah blah. We'll get involved. And it's just
I love like
why
the fan film. Like, I don't know if you've ever like looked into like fan films on YouTube.
I watched a few of those.
There's some pretty good ones.
They're not bad.
Like,
it looks like they're on like okay budgets, bro. Like,
yeah, for real. No, like I don't know if you've seen the first episode of the Vader from I think it's Star Wars Theories.
how many
channel.
episodes are there?
There's one, and then they're making another.
Okay,
But,
then yeah,
dude, it is so good, is it not? Like,
it's great.
like I want like Disney to make like a show like called Vader, where they literally explore like his time as Vader.
That would
Like,
you could do so much.
Yeah,
you could do so much.
Like literally just like take like right after he becomes Vader, show him struggling to get with the suit.
You see him get to fucking wipe out commando squads and freaking surviving Jedi like stragglers, bro.
Yeah.
He kills a lot of people right after.
Yeah, no. Like the coolest like scene in like any Darth Vader is that scene in Rogue One.
Yeah.
Where he just goes fucking
that's another one.
beast mode.
That's another one. What do you think happens to the Bad Batch?
Dude, I have no clue.
No, Vader kills him, dude. Vader kills the Bad Batch. I bet he kills Omega too. Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
100%.
He might. I don't know.
Think about it. Rex,
Yeah.
Rex, Captain or Rex, Commander Wolf. Who's that other one? Who are the only surviving clones like in Rebels?
It was Rex, Wolf, and
Gregor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those were the only three. And so I think in Bad Batch they made like connections with Rex, right?
Yeah.
He was with them, yeah, and Echo and all that. And you don't hear anything else from him. They're like running with commandos, So
yeah,
I think Vader catches up and kills him.
Probably. I really don't know where they're gonna go with Omega's character. I'm excited to actually see that.
Dude, I'm scared because they didn't do anything like for the entire season.
Yeah,
like,
they showed
it was mysterious at first, but then as the show went on, nothing more progressed. So it's like, oh, maybe she's just a useless girl. Because like literally nothing. She didn't do anything,
Yeah, no, like I thought she was gonna be like force sensitive or something.
Yeah, I thought she was gonna have like all of their traits, like
or like like all their traits. Yeah,
you don't see anything. Like
no, because I don't know if you've there's like a Lego like Star Wars like mini series thing. It's kind of stupid, but they did have a character called like Jek 14 that looked pretty cool. He was like a clone that he had like a fucking laser arm or some shit. Like his arm was literally like a hologram, it looked like. But like he was like a clone experiment, and it looked like a pretty cool idea. But the little like show thing he was in, like it was like a Lego thing, and you know how they're like all goofy and shit.
Oh yeah.
So, but it was a pretty cool concept, like how they did it, because they could have done so much with the clones, like especially because like Palpatine was actually in control of them the whole time. Like he could have been doing experiments and shit. Like they could look into that kind of stuff. But yeah, I have no clue what they're gonna do with Omega, because like you said, like they literally like.
Oh, that's another thing we could see is like a Palpatine show with Darth Plagueis.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm hoping they go back in time, because I want to see the Sifo Dyas and Count Dooku
Sifo Dyas. Yeah, Darth Tyrannus, Lord Tyrannus.
Yeah.
Yeah. So did Dooku just kill? Sorry, you're gonna have to fresh me up on that. So Dooku killed Sifo Dyas, but why did he use Sifo Dyas?
Sifo, I believe it. Like I've rewatched the Clone Wars like 1,000 times. It
Yeah.
doesn't give like a clear like
The thing I understand
thing.
is that the clone army was granted under the name of Sifo Dyas, but
Yeah,
but
but
I don't understand why.
I think what happened was so Count Dooku was like he was he was a Jedi, you know,
Right.
and so I think he was sent on a mission with Sifo Dyas, but I think Count Dooku had something to say with that. On because I think they were on the same page with like the Republic is like kind of getting out of hand because you know there's like that kind of overarching theme like the entirety of the Clone Wars. I think they were on the same page with the Jedi Order shouldn't be overstepping like it is, and
I think Sifo Dyas was like,
I don't think he was a Sith. I don't think he fell that far like Count Dooku did, but I think he was on boat with it. And then I think Count Dooku used Sifo Dyas to get the clone army and then killed him. Because in the, I don't know if you've seen the episode, but Sifo Dyas' pilot is actually a prisoner
yeah,
with the Pikes, yeah? And then
yeah.
Dooku kills him,
Dooku
yeah.
kills him right
So
as Obi-Wan and Anakin get there. Yeah.
yeah. So I just really want to see like how that went down, you know?
Yeah, that'd be
But-
cool. But also, Palpatine's play in that from the very beginning. If you think about the way the war started was Trade Federation expanding into space, right? Taking over
Yeah.
systems, which was orchestrated by the separatists, the Trade Federation, all the gun rays, the fucking whatever they're called, that Palpatine had control over.
Yeah.
And then Palpatine gaining emergency powers from that war, like
Yeah.
create like playing both sides of it. It's insane. Like,
Yeah, no, it's crazy when you really get down to it cuz like the politics of like the universe
dude,
are
it's a
like
lot, but
it's
it's
a
like
lot, yeah.
you realize like, whoa, this is actually like kind of insane how he's doing.
It's kind of shit that could happen in real life when you
Yeah,
really get
yeah.
down to it. Like
It
someone
really
just
could.
handing over emergency powers like that and then overstepping. Like it
like he gave himself emergency powers. Like he
yeah.
literally he made it that way. Like,
Yeah. No, it's a Star Wars when like you really like pay attention. It's not just people shooting fucking laser guns and fighting with laser
there's
swords.
a lot.
There's a lot more to it, yeah.
I love it.
And I love Dave Filoni's like how he explains the whole Star Wars universe. Because like I don't know if you've seen the interview, but he literally says like the all of Star Wars is about family. Because if you really think about it, when they find Anakin, he's in desperate need of like a father figure, right?
Yeah.
And so Qui-Gon Jinn was going to be that father figure for him, right?
Right.
And then when Qui-Gon Jinn dies, he doesn't really get a father figure in Obi-Wan. He gets more of a brother.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's how he falls so hard. And that I love that. That's like powerful shit, you know?
So you know how Palpatine like created Anakin through the Force?
Yeah.
So like the way he did that was like manipulate, life for the midichlorians to create life.
Mm-hmm.
I think since the Force is like its own thing, like part of the universe,
Yeah.
I think the way that the Chosen One was made, what through Anakin, was to like payback from Palpatine, like manipulating it, like using it the way he wanted to. Because
Right.
let's be real, as much as we'd like to, try to understand why the Sith are the bad guys, like because obviously there is a reason, they're still the bad guys. Like the Jedi,
Yeah.
like Jedi know that the Force is something, you have to coexist with, not control,
Mhm.
So like with that, the Force, made Anakin, essentially destroy the Emperor, in the longer run. Because I mean, let's be real, time doesn't mean anything. I mean, it just takes a while, a lifetime, but
Yeah.
he still brought balance,
Yeah, no. Star Wars is so deep, dude.
It's
I
very
love
deep.
talking about it.
Really?
Like,
Oh
honestly,
man.
like one of my favorite episodes is of the Clone Wars is when Yoda goes and
Moral
figures
ban.
out. Yeah,
I just
Yeah.
watched those episodes, this weekend.
yeah.
I just watched them again. Yeah.
I gotta say, like that episode is one of my favorites, and then the season 7 where
All of season 7.
dude, Steven, like honestly, not like the very beginning though. I
The
really
Bad
did
Batch?
not.
You don't like the Bad Batch?
No, 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 no. Not the very beginning. Like right.
Oh, the
after
Ahsoka shit.
Like
The
the Ahsoka.
Yeah.
That Ahsoka arc was so unneeded.
Yeah, it was boring.
Yeah, but one of my favorite scenes in all, like it's one of the most beautiful scenes is when fucking Darth Maul's holding his hand out to Ahsoka.
Dude, and all those windows shatter.
That
And then
gives me such
that fight, I get chills every time I watch
dude.
it.
I get fucking goosebumps. Swear to
Yeah.
God, I fucking
Yeah.
love that
It's
fight, dude.
amazing. The music, just
Yeah.
the showings, the visuals,
Yeah,
the
and when he's like,
choreography.
dude, the
It's
fucking speech when he's like Anakin, when he's like
speech,
Anakin
bro.
is the key to everything, dude.
Yeah.
Straight goosebumps. Swear to
Dude.
God, like I was in awe
Oh, it's so good.
because
And then the entire when Order 666 was declared, and the whole ship comes down, the whole
Yeah.
cruiser, when he destroys the freaking light speed shit, that was insane, bro. When he like
no, like
when
I,
he was
I
like,
was
oh,
go ahead.
gee, there's so much to that episode.
Dude, like I was so scared when it was announced that they were gonna make it that Disney was gonna fuck it up somehow. I was so I'm so happy that they just because like the Clone Wars is literally Dave Filoni's like masterpiece.
Amazing.
Like he created it, he made it his own, and all like it's just so good, dude.
Yeah, there's some good stories in the Clone Wars.
Yes, there is. So anyway, we about hit our time limit there. Fantastic.
Let's just go 2 hours, man. You guys haven't talked at all.
I would, but I do have to work in about an hour, so actually 30 minutes.
All right, you have 30 minutes.
No, actually, I have 27, and I have to be like almost.
All right, you got 15 minutes.
What do I talk about? I do appreciate the narrative there from both of you. It was very impressive. Very impressive.
You watched Lord of the Rings?
Hobbit? Not in a while. I watched them a while ago. That's good stuff.
I haven't watched the third Lord of the Rings yet.
What do you think?
Watch it. It's fucking amazing.
All right, we gotta make like sub channels, and me and Jacob can just talk about Star Wars like all the time.
Star Wars
Like,
chocks.
Awesome.
I fucking love talking about.
You can show off your freaking Legos shit. Like,
yeah,
I want to see everything you have.
yeah, dude. I got hella. I'm actually about it.
Hey, I haven't been to your place yet. I really want to come check it out.
Dude, you can stop by when we get back from Florida if you want.
Yeah,
I got hella Lego sets right now. I'm gonna start selling like some of them, like the smaller ones, just to clear some space so I can buy some of the newer shit. But most of them I'm leaving.
I saw the Jawa transport Lego set.
Yeah,
dude.
That looks so cool.
It's just kind of like a brown block, but I want that shit.
Dude, it looks so dope.
I want it so bad. That is so cool. They're expensive though.
I do agree,
man. How was your day? You haven't talked at all, dude.
No.
Right. No, I would love to join in on the Star Wars things. I just need time, man. Like, and I don't get that a lot during the semester. And I'll admit, that's a problem. I gotta work on that.
Oh,
But-
another thing we could talk about, just mathematics. Math, dude.
Big math
We
guy.
could talk about
Fucking hate
math for a
math, dude.
while.
Big math
I
guy.
hate that.
Yeah, Aaron, I can't wait to talk to you about Calc 2, bro. It's terrible.
I actually,
It's awful.
literally, like, I tell everybody I take classes with or whatever, or everybody I meet, I'm like, if you send me a picture of a math problem, I'll do it for you and explain how to do it. Like, nobody ever takes me up on that offer. Like, I will do it.
What are you a tutor in?
Math.
I didn't
Calculus.
know that. I knew you were a tutor. I thought it was like physics or something.
No.
I'm gonna start sending you problems, dude.
I mean, yeah, fair enough. Literally, okay, I'm the only calculus tutor in the library, but nobody ever needs tutors for calculus for some reason. I don't know.
Bro, calculus.
It's because you're at a fucking JUCO, dude.
What is that supposed to mean? Plenty of people
Nobody's
take calc.
smart at a JUCO.
Yeah, dude. Calculus.
There's like 2 smart people at a JUCO, dude.
Actually,
You and,
no.
like one other person.
There's a lot of people who take calc because,
Not Calc 2.
yeah, actually, it's
Well,
like 18 is
calculus-
the average.
yeah. Calc
Class
being
size.
Like
Really?
Calc
Yeah.
1 through 3.
No,
Oh,
nobody
that's
takes calc
what
3
that
though.
is.
Nobody takes calc 3 though.
Are you in Diffie Q?
I already took that.
Are you gonna take Diffie Q too?
I don't know if I have to.
The fuck
Yeah,
is
but-
DEFI-Q?
Differential
Differential.
equations, yeah.
So
Some interesting
Yeah, I don't have
stuff.
to take that.
I want to take both differential equations, and I want to get into linear algebra, like theory of numbers. I want to get into all that.
Yeah, it wouldn't be
After
too
I
bad.
take stats, I'm like done with math classes.
No,
Stats,
keep going, bro.
statistics,
Keep going.
or statics?
I was done with English classes like before I even started college, but I took technical writing for shits and gigs just to fill my schedule.
Oh, dude. Hey,
I love
Aaron,
technical writing.
are your core what are your core classes going to be like? Because I got like coming up, I'm going to be taking like statics, like dynamics, thermodynamics, like fundamentals of flight, atmospheric flight, things like that, dude. Like,
Dude, I can help you with fundamentals of flight.
really? Did you have to take that?
Dude, I'm a pilot.
Of course you did. I didn't know you'd have to take like, I didn't know you'd have to like understand why
No,
like
you
these
have to
things
under-
happen.
I've taken aerodynamics. I've taken
Take propulsion.
like I haven't taken that yet. I plan on
Okay.
doing it though.
Yeah, dude, fun to flight. I'll totally have to hit you up for that.
So,
Yeah, no, if you're going through all that stuff, you might as well get your private. Like I'll take you up like a couple times or something. See if you like can like handle it. Because
Okay.
I can't even lie. Like I have my license now, but when I first started, like I would get hella bad motion sickness.
Really?
Like it like my first 3 flights, absolutely terrible. Like it was cool. Like I loved it because like I've always wanted to fly planes, but like
Hey guys, I'm gonna
What's
send in the podcast chat a picture that I took this weekend, and there's
is it
I put- it's on
podcast
my
friendly?
Tinder. Yeah.
Okay.
It's on my Tinder, but I have like a POV thing. Oh wait, no, hold on. I just sent
Oh,
a picture. Hold on.
Whoa, heyo.
That was the wrong picture. Damn.
pretty cool. Are you talking about the inside of the plane?
It's Chinook.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
that picture. So this is what I said to it. I'm just gonna type it out.
That's actually pretty dope. No, I love stuff like that.
Alright, there you go.
God.
Like, dude, I'm just standing there with like my arms out, bro. But that's on my
Oh.
Tinder, bro. That's in my bio. It's so funny.
That's funny. No, I love that stuff, and I love aviation and stuff like that. But what my specification is for robotics, because that's more I'm into. Because like I love doing like space shuttles and stuff like that, and I love
Yeah.
the
dude,
whole
you
thing.
could fix the Osprey.
But
The Ospreys suck.
what I love doing though is like making something and seeing it move. You know, like more on a micro scale. So like if I was to do something in aerospace, it would be robotics. So it'd be like small things. Like for example, if it was on a space shuttle, it would be like any moving arm or anything like that on
Aaron.
it. But I've already applied to Embry-Riddle and MIT. So if I can get into those schools, that'd be banging. But I
Aaron,
think
how would you like to like work with me up in NASA Glenn Center in Ohio?
is that like a confirmed thing that you're doing?
No.
Oh, okay. I was like, dude, sign me up.
That would be
I'm gone.
Amazing. That's where I want to work. That's where I want to end up, dude. That's the dream. Ohio. Columbus, Ohio.
I would love to work somewhere though, like some NASA
dude.
station.
I'm looking up into like all their projects they're on right now. Like up in like the Glenn Center, they have they're working on this what is it called? It's like the Spear plane. I don't remember what it's called. But they're gonna make like freaking sound travel. Like what is that called? Goddamn. Might have like a fucking brain fart here, bro.
Supersonic?
Supersonic flight.
Oh.
Like, quiet. They're gonna make quiet supersonic flight.
Hmm.
It's gonna be like completely silent and shit.
That sounds fucking impossible. Like,
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's called like the Spear plane.
Yeah, no, we went over it because you would have to. What is it? Because they're working on stuff right now that we're learning about in aerodynamics, where they're trying rather than having the sound, because when sound goes, it literally just
Right,
like,
it dissipates
fucking
everywhere.
you know?
Yeah.
They're trying to like funnel it like up into like the atmosphere, or find a way to just condense it and then like release the energy without making that sonic boom. Because I don't know if you've ever heard a sonic boom, but it's so fucking loud.
Yeah.
It's
Jacob,
it's-
you know,
yeah.
Like, the way that my aerodynamics teacher was explaining it, it sounds like borderline impossible. But you know, like modern science, like you can literally do anything
Well,
nowadays.
We're landing rockets.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, for real.
Dude, that's insane.
Well, for a while I was big into the physics stuff because for calculus, I mean, senior year and stuff like that, I was looking into like possibilities of time travel and the problems with that and like the speed of light, relativity, that sort of thing. Which, by the way, don't know if you've ever heard of the very scientific term spaghettification.
Yeah.
Very scary thing. But like I ran into some stuff like that with Neil deGrasse Tyson, blah blah blah. I was really into that, but no, one project that like struck my mind. I haven't heard anything about it since, but it's been like a really cool thing that I was hoping that maybe I could get onto. It's I think it's called the Talos Suit Project. I think that's what it's called. Here, let me see. I can send a picture to the group.
Yeah, dude. We could talk about the universe pretty in depth too sometime.
It's essentially a super soldier project. It's the only, I think, as far as I know, it's the only project working on. There's a picture of it in the podcast chat. It's the only thing working on like a human enhancing technology, and so I would love to get on that. Would love to. That
sounds dangerous.
Well, it's not terribly dangerous. It's literally just making a suit that you wear on the extra, like in addition to your clothes, essentially. But the only
I don't know. I was reading into time travel, and like the way that they would have to do it is they would have to like it'd be literally impossible to put you like on the Earth because the Earth travels so fast. Like if you time traveled to a certain point in time, it's not just getting you to that time. You have to be in the like you're trying to get to a certain place, and if you like even 4 seconds from now, you'd be like in the center, like just floating in space because the Earth moves so fast.
There's a couple of theories. One of them is like, let's see, So there's like some pillars. I think they surround cosmic strings, but I'm not entirely sure. But it's like pillars of gravity that you could essentially use. This is with external travel. You could slingshot yourself around it using that gravitational pull, because the only thing that bends space-time, or like one of the things that bends space-time, is gravity.
Gravity.
Yep. And so you can spin that yourself away, and in theory you would come out at an earlier time. It's the same way with black holes. It's like they have enough gravitational pull that you could, if you got close enough, you could slingshot yourself around and come back in an earlier time. But then there comes the problem with spaghettification. If you get too close, you would subject yourself to so much gravity that you would just literally...
Well, we don't know that. So if you think about, like...
right,
sorry,
but we
Mike.
don't. No, we don't know that,
Yeah.
because nobody's gotten that close to a black hole.
Right. But if you think, all right, let's think real for a second. All right. So the Earth emits, this, gravitational field. If you think about Earth bending space time, it's like a pretty nice divot in there. You know what I mean? You know
Right.
what I'm talking about. The sun, millions of times more. Whatever. And then you get, a bigger star, millions and times the size of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Earth.
You know what I'm talking
Yep.
about. And then you get to these supermassive black holes that are like in the center of galaxies and stuff.
Right.
Think about the gravitational effects they have to have entire galaxies orbiting around them.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, like, what those do to space-time could be anything. We have no idea. If you get close to one of them, and like, I mean, you think about, bending that piece of paper,
Right.
warping space-time so you could come out somewhere else, like that could be plausible. I
Yeah.
don't know, maybe.
But one thing I do
another
know
thing is-
is that it's going to take an absurd amount of energy to get there, like to any of those things.
Yeah.
Another theory was the wormhole theory, which was if you enter through a wormhole, you could, if it's bending through space-time, or if it's like, the Stranger Things situation where it's the flea and the acrobat, right, going through. The problem with wormholes is that you don't know where they go, right? There's no guarantee that you will come out at all where you want to. The other thing is that they would never sustain themselves long enough for you to transport yourself through thoroughly. Then people consider, the other thing, cosmic strings theory, and blah 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 blah. There's a lot. The other theory, the other main theory,
crumpling dimensions and
Yeah.
things like that.
the other main theory is like time slows down, time dilation. Time slows down the faster you get, or the closer you get to the speed of light. And so people theorize that if you go past the speed of light, you would essentially be going backwards in time. But anything going that fast could not exist. Like, it would essentially just get stretched beyond belief, really. But I don't know. These are theories I had to research a
What's
while
something
ago.
you can't have a negative output of? What's something in physics that you can't have a negative?
Energy. You can't have negative joules. You can have directional joules, like directional energy, that can be described as negative, but like you cannot have negative energy, as far as I know.
Right.
Which, unless there's like antimatter or something like that. But then we'd have to call Neil deGrasse Tyson, and then we'd have to actually get people to talk about this, because I am not an expert by any means. Which, we are at our time limit, though. I do have to go. But, so yeah, interesting topics. But stay tuned, everybody, because Juicebox Squad is going to Florida. We're going to vlog it.
Yeah.
We're going to be videoing it. We're going to have a Spotify exclusive, or maybe a couple, on the drive there. So we'll record that just for audio listeners. And above all, follow all of our social medias. You can find our link trees on Instagram, blah, blah, blah. We have a Twitter account. We have Instagram. We have a subreddit. We have a YouTube channel. Obviously, subscribe.
We have OnlyFans.
Not yet. But I would 100% drop
I'm
that in
working
a
on
video.
that.
Yep.
I'm on it.
Jacob's in our OnlyFans department.
We should make calendars.
Nude calendars. We got one of like July. Adam's sitting there like, no, but
Dude, I'll take a video, or I'll take a picture of me naked in a Cessna 172.
ooh, it's the Juicebox squad taking nude photos in planes. That is something I would buy.
You got the
I could
propeller
probably-
covering your private parts.
I could whip out my cock in the cockpit of a CH-47.
Oh, cockpit! I see what you did there.
That's the best I can do.
I can't really go crazy. There's a lot of people around.
Right. But yeah, no. So that's the business. Please subscribe. Go check out our Spotify. Rate us a 5 stars. We always appreciate that. And without further ado, we'll see you in the next Squadcast. Bye bye now.